All right.
Green Lantern number one.
Lantern number one. So
Before you start,
yes.
the only criticism I have about this book is the cover. Everything else is great.
Yeah, it's a weak cover.
Yep. Okay, go.
Okay. Wait, were you talking about Suicide Squad or Green Lantern?
Green Lantern.
Oh, see, they're both. I think both of them. Yeah, I ended up picking up cover A, but I wish I had picked up cover B because it was better. But
I wish I had picked up the 1 in 25.
well, yeah, the 1 in 25 is nice, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pick
I'm not
the
that
dollar
quite
for
into
it.
Green Lantern yet.
So this is going to be a very rough review.
I think be general. Just be general.
No, I know. I'm just saying, did you read this book?
Yeah.
Okay. We're very, very new to Green Lantern. Obviously, I know very little because I've been reading Far Sector as well, which is the next book. But I've never seen any Green Lantern movies. I've never watched any Green Lantern animated series. I don't know.
You don't need to see the Green Lantern movie. Don't.
I understand. I'm just saying. I mean, still, that can help you have a general understanding of these characters.
No.
Yes.
Take it.
Yeah. Yes.
That movie is garbage. Continue.
Okay. So, basically, in this book, we are following mainly John Stewart, but we do get a highlight of a bunch of quintessential Lanterns. John Stewart has a conversation with Hal Jordan for a while. Jessica Cruz, I believe. I think it's her first name. She gets mentioned at one point.
I believe so.
And there's another guy that I just don't remember. But they talk about him as well. But basically, we're having a massive Star Wars Republic style meeting of the minds, meeting of the universe on Oa.
Meeting of the universe.
Yes, meeting of the universe. Where they're basically, I think they're trying to decide if Oa is going to be allowed back into the United Universes Federation.
I think it was called the League of Planets or something like that.
Sure. Yes.
Totally.
So. That's basically the backdrop of this story.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, this is why I called it the Star Wars Republic, because I mean that looks exactly like from the prequel trilogy.
We will now form the Galactic Empire. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So the subplot of this is around Teen Lantern and how she don't take shit from anyone. What was that?
We got a notification that comics. How do you say the first part?
Entropy Comics.
He just subscribed, so thank you so much for the subscription. We appreciate it.
So I am so off track on this.
Well, let me help you.
Please.
So the issue actually opened up with there being chaos, right? And they're like, "The fuck is going on?" And then we cut into the past where Oa is basically being, they're requesting to be part of the League. And we've got all these different planets basically saying yes or no. And there's this overwhelming feeling that the Lanterns can't be trusted. And more importantly, the Guardians, the main figureheads of the Lantern Corps. And so that's really what's holding everyone back from either being yes or no. Like, some people are like, sure, we trust them. Some people say we don't. And outside of that, the League kind of looks at the Lanterns as, the policing of the universe, right? But they don't police the planet, the League of Planets. And so they're really worried that with them coming in, that they're going to take over, the policing duties of the League. And they're trying to establish and say, no, that's not our place.
Right.
We just want to be a part of you. And, so throughout the issue, they're continuing to vote yes or no. And outside, on the outside, we've got this group of, I have no idea who they are, but you've got this group of essentially magic users. Really, they're not, they use magic, and they're accusing the Guardians of stealing cosmic magic in the use of the Green Lantern, of the willpower of the Lantern. And so they're there to basically stop the Corps from Oa from being part of the League, but also to get that power back. And they create chaos outside of the of the League, and then shit goes awry. And like while they're voting, this group decides to fuck with everybody, and it makes the Lanterns look even worse because they're there because of the Lanterns, right?
Right.
And before that shit goes down, one of the votes that go down is Sinestro. I guess where his core is, they've been accepted into the League. Yep. And he has this fucking killer speech about why you can't trust the Guardians, why you can't trust Oa, why you can't trust the Lanterns, because he used to be one. And he talks about his like overcoming of fear and how they've channeled that energy. Thought that was totally badass. But then as that happens, these magic users summon this like magic octopus, I guess, like and it starts destroying the city, and so they fight back. And as they fight back, the monster gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And Stewart realizes that the only way to defeat their magic is to stop fighting altogether. Yeah. They put that connection together because he realizes that they did steal some form of magic, and so it's longing for that. So if they cease their will, cease their action, the monster will go away. And it does. And the wizard or the witch that brings it up is like, this isn't fair, like we need that magic. And he's like, sorry, you lose. And so after all that shit goes down, the League continues their voting, and they are confirmed into the League of Planets, basically. And then one of these magic users is like, no, must finish the job. Fucking shoots a magic arrow, and it hits the original Guardian. Dude fucking fries.
Yeah.
It is a literal corpse of ash at the end of the issue. And that's the big, like, oh fuck moment. Like, they just killed the Guardian. So that's this issue in a nutshell. And me and you talked to Jacob, and Jacob was like, ugh. And I think
he was upset by it.
I think this is another move by DC to get readers like you and me who don't have extensive knowledge of the DC universe. And even though this issue is packed with information, it was relatable, right? Like, you are fucking all about cosmic stories. And that's what Green Lantern is in a nutshell. And go ahead.
I was just going to say that even though I had a hard time describing this book, I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't understand who I know Guardians are kind of in charge of the Lanterns, whatever. I don't know if they're good or bad, or if they're supposed to be good or bad, or if I'm supposed to be upset about it. I'm vaguely familiar with who each Lantern is, but like, just like this massive panel of, tons of aliens and like space fighting and like, I don't know. I was still really interested in it. And I had a good time. Like there's not often that I'll read a book and I'll just be like, what the fuck is happening? That I enjoy myself. I'm like, right. Stories are about understanding. And so like, all this book made me want to do is like, go figure out like what happened in the last run so that I can get caught up, because I want to know what's going on, because I want more space shit, and I'm already reading all the space shit in Marvel, so get some DC space shit going.
No, and I totally agree with you. I think this book, for a more seasoned DC reader, they're probably really frustrated with it, and with somebody that is in our position, because I can also see how a novice reader would read this and be like, not interested, next. Right, but I think it's intriguing for us, and it was really good. I also liked, and I didn't talk about this when I started talking about it, the Guardian or the Hawk. I don't know what their race is called, but it's the Hawk.
I don't either.
Whoever that, it wasn't Hawk Girl, but it was somebody from that same race who was a female. How she dealt with the Lanterns and how she was talking to John Stewart, I was like, is she being just straight up like a dick to him because that's what's expected of her, or is she being kind of? Is there something there?
Right.
And I kind of liked that, and I really dig that character. Like, she was a total badass. She was just like, get the fuck out of my way. Like, if you're not gonna fight, get out of here. And it was just really cool. So I hope that character continues to be a character in this book. Just because I thought it was cool that she kind of broke it down for the Lanterns, like either get real or get out of the way. And I really liked that.
I think they're called Thanagarians.
Thanagarians. There we go. Sorry for all your DC watchers. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
We're learning.
We're learning. You were seeing the learning process here. Either way, I really enjoyed it, and I will be adding. Jaden, I know you said you'd be interested to see a video about this. I'm letting you know I'm adding this to my pull list. I'm all aboard the train. Yeah, I got to do that. So.